Okay, and with that,
Bob, quick clarification.
Yeah.
We don't get an extra buzz because we're shorthanded.
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, all the more glory when we win.
Art, can you give me a test buzz?
That's
he's not just Art Morelli, he's Art Morelli. Okay.
In caps and exclamation point, like Oklahoma. Okay. As always, I will announce the category up front, and it's up to you to decide whether you want to come in early in the category to pick up some low points, or you want to hold off because it's a strength of yours and get some better points at the bottom of the category. But we will start with Texas-based companies. Texas-based companies. Good luck to both teams. For 1 point. Hello. Headquartered in Dallas, it's the USA's largest telecommunications company. Matt.
AT&T.
AT&T is right. Please stay muted until you're called upon. Art, you have to mute as well. Matt, you have to mute.
Yep,
Everybody stay muted. Okay, good. That's first blood for Scrum and Villainy, the red team, 1 point. And oh, what do you know? Surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitution. La 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 la. Thank you. Off the beat, pips. Okay. This, by the way, though it's a different category, it does count against the 5 buzzes in the category. The surprise substitution category is classic albums. Classic albums for 2 points. The Bee Gees sang 6 of the hit songs on this 1977 movie. Jack?
What is Saturday Night Fever?
Saturday Night Fever is right. 1977 movie soundtrack. Back to Texas-based companies for 3. Failing to live up to its name, this largest video retail chain filed for bankruptcy in 2010. Craig.
What is Blockbuster?
Blockbuster is correct for 3 points. Texas-based companies for 4. AMR is the parent company of this airline that landed in new headquarters in Dallas-Fort Worth in 1979. AMR is the parent company of this airline that landed in new headquarters in Dallas-Fort Worth in 1979. 5 seconds. Art, just in time.
American Airlines.
That is right. Triple stumper on the show. American Airlines is correct. And you've stopped the red team from running the category. Let's see how the teams do on this last clue. Texas-based companies. This large retailer of imported furnishings and gifts began as a single store in the San Francisco Bay Area. This large retailer, Ethan.
Pier 1.
Pier 1 is correct. And with those 2 clues, blue team takes a momentary lead, 9-6. A reminder,
Is that a question about Texas?
Yeah.
I assume they're in Texas now. They started in San
I was just
Francisco.
confused for a minute.
They are now a Texas-based company.
Okay.
I will announce the score rather, every 3 categories. I just wanted to let that in. Okay. Our next category, dial M for murder. Dial M for murder. Everyone can buzz up to 2 times in the category. For 1 point, murders his family committed in 1969 kept him in prison, Craig?
Charlie Manson.
Until his death in 2017. Charlie Manson is correct for a point for the red team. Dial M for murder. We got their point. Oh, yes, we have. Okay. Dial M for murder for 2. For murdering a nurse from County Clare, Michael Manning in 1954 became the last person executed in this country. For murdering a nurse from County Clare, Michael Manning, Ethan?
Ireland?
Ireland is right. And that's correct for 2 points. 3 points. Firearm in the nickname of Murderous Jack McGurn. Matt.
Machine gun.
Machine gun Jack McGurn is correct for 3 points. For 4 points, dial M for murder. 1880s Manhattan killer Mike McGloin appears in this chronicle of Big Apple crime, both the book and the Leo DiCaprio movie. Ethan
Gangs of New York.
is correct for 4 points. Gangs of New York is right. Finally, Dial M for murder for 5. Confined to an insane asylum for an 1872 London murder, William Minor became a major contributor to this dictionary. Confined to an insane asylum for an 1872 London murder, William Minor became a major contributor. Matt
The Oxford English Dictionary.
is right, the OED, and that ties it up 15 apiece. Okay, very well done. The next category is common bonds. I'm going to give you 3 things, and you tell me what they have in common. Okay? For 1 point. A rainbow, a horseshoe hung above a door, a 4-leaf clover. Art.
Good luck.
I'll take it. Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious, you know. That's 1 point. 2 points. Common bonds. Janet Ivanovich, Lillian Jackson Braun, Sue Grafton. Janet Ivanovich, Lillian Jackson Braun, Sue Grafton. Matt,
Novelists.
more specific.
Female thriller novelists.
No, I'll take that. Mystery writers, thriller novelists, I'll take it. Whether I would have taken it in the second round is debatable. Likewise, good luck things as opposed to lucky charms, but it's the first round and we offer a little bit more latitude. Okay, for 3 points, common bonds. A piano, a typewriter, Florida. Art.
Keys.
They all have keys, correct, for 3 points. Common bonds for 4. Redwood, Mammoth Cave, Mesa Verde. Jack.
What are national parks?
National parks is correct. Finally, for 5 points in common bonds. Hurricanes, needles, Swiss cheese. Craig.
They have holes.
Nope.
They have eyes.
Great for the blue team.
They have eyes.
Hurricanes, needles, Swiss cheese.
They all have eyes. Final answer.
Yeah.
That is correct. Sorry, Craig, have to take your first thing. Hurricane, I don't think has a hole. Technically, they all have eyes. As you yourself tried to throw in at the last minute. However, good aggressiveness. It's still very early in the game. 24-16. It's a virtual tie. Let's move on to, oh, this one is a corker. Lesser known Nobel Prize literature winners. How obscure can you get? Lesser known Nobel Prize literature winners. Here we go, teams, for 1 point. More people know this name as a deformed French literary character than as the name of the Italian who won the Matt.
Quasimodo.
Salvatore Quasimodo is correct. He's a poet, Italian poet, 1959. Well done. For 2 points. The Nobel folks said the tales of Patrick White, quote, introduced this continent into literature. The Nobel folks said the tales of Patrick White, quote, introduced this continent into literature. Time. Anybody want to take a guess for giggles? No points?
Australia.
Australia, yeah.
Australia is right. He is the bard of Australia, or was. Okay, for 3 points. Karl Spitteler of this Alpine country was honored in appreciation of his epic Olympian Spring. Karl Spitteler of this Alpine country was honored in appreciation of his epic Olympian Spring. Ethan.
Switzerland.
Is correct for 3 points. Yes, he was Swiss. For 4 points. Bjornstjerne M. Bjornsson was recognized for his poems, one of which became this song of Norway. Bjornstjerne M. Bjornson was recognized for his poems, one of which became This Song of Norway. Ethan.
Its national anthem.
Its national anthem is correct for 4 points. Finally, for 5 points. This country's Wisława Szymborska, the 1996 winner for her poetry, died in 2012. This country's Wisława Szymborska, the 1996 winner for her poetry, died in 2012. Time. She was a poet in Poland. Poland. Okay. Next. Starts with 3 consonants. Starts with 3 consonants. Each of these responses begins with 3 consonants. See how you do. For 1 point, a time of year or a stream of water? A time of year. Dom.
Spring.
Spring is correct for 1 point. Starts with 3 consonants for 2. A ceremony at which a baby is named. Matt.
Christening.
Christening is the word with 3 consonants in the beginning. 3 points. To attack with guns by way of airplane. Ethan.
Strafe.
Strafe is correct for 3 points. 4 points. An illegal wrestling move or complete power over something. Ethan.
Stranglehold.
Good for you. Stranglehold, a triple stumper on the show. That's 4 points. Finally, for 5 points. Adjective for a worn out garment or a flimsy excuse. Adjective for a worn out garment or a flimsy, Dom?
Threadbare.
Say again?
Threadbare.
Threadbare is right for 5 points. Well done. Okay. Our last category is milestone birthday. Well, that's not. It's birthdays 2019. These aren't really milestones. Birthdays 2019. Here we go. After he turns 57 on July 3rd, it might be risky business for him to keep doing his own stunts. Matt.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Can you believe he's going to be 57? Unreal.
Did you update that question?
Huh?
Did you update that question for Tuesday?
Updated the whole category, of course.
Oh, wow.
2019. Here we go. When the real Slim Shady stands up, this rapper, Craig,
Marshall Mathers.
aka Eminem. I will take Marshall Mathers. Yes, sir, for 2 points. Turned 47 on October 17th. Okay. This British prince will turn 37 on June 21st. This British prince, Ethan.
William.
Prince William is right. 37. Remember when he was just a little baby? Of course, I remember when I was a little baby too. For 4 points, young Jethro on TV's The Beverly Hillbillies, he turns 82 in December. Young Jethro on TV's The Beverly Hillbillies, he turns 82 in December. Time. Everybody's forgotten the actor Max Baer Jr. Max Baer Jr. Finally, for 5 points, this former child star and 2-time Best Actress Oscar winner hits 57 on November 19th. Ethan.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster will be 57 on November 19th. And at the end of the first half, we have Knowledge Admissions 52, Scrum and Villainy 22, the possibility of a tie, and lots of points to go around in the second half. Okay. We start with, in the Double Jeopardy round, Take Me NA-where. Now that's NA in quotes. Each correct response will end with the letters NA. Got that? NA confusion? Okay, here we go. Good luck, teams. Art got it. For 2 points. Its parishes include Ascension, Assumption, and Beauregard. Craig.
Louisiana.
is correct for 2 points. The name of this partner of Bosnia means dukedom. The name of this dom.
Herzegovina.
Can't hear you.
Herzegovina.
Herzegovina is correct. That's the NA for 4 points. 6. Muhammad fled there in 622. If you're Muslim, Ethan,
Medina.
Medina is the NA, correct. For 8 points, sorry. 8 points. This world capital in the West Indies was established at its present site in 1519. Jack?
What is Havana?
Havana is correct for 8 points. For 10 points. This city is home to Pacific Oaks College, but that's not why it's the focus of attention every January. This city is home to Pacific. Jack?
What is Pasadena?
I knew you would come in with that one. Pasadena is right. Home of the Rose Bowl. Okay. Next, another favorite category of mine, red wine. Red wine for 2 points. This popular French red gets its name because its grapes grow in dark bunches that resemble pine cones. This popular French red gets its name because its grapes grow in dark bunches. Matt?
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir is correct for 2 points. Good. Okay. Term for intense, flavorful wine, like many Cabernets, that's also the name of a Wrigley's gum. Term for intense, flavorful wine, like many Cabernets, that's also the name of a Wrigley's gum. Ethan?
Juicy fruit.
Not correct. A break for the red team. I'll repeat it. You can consult. Term for intense, flavorful wine, like many Cabernets, that's also the name of a Wrigley's gum.
Jeez, Wrigley has types of gum.
They have like double mint.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that would
I
specifically
don't
be
think there's a wine that's a double mint wine. Maybe. Because it's double the, I don't know. I think we pass on this.
That's fine. I'm fine passing.
We're gonna pass. Is it double mint?
Big Red. Come
Who
on.
said that?
Kathleen.
Yeah, it's Big Red.
Big Red.
Big
I
Red.
totally forgot about Big Red.
Red wine. Okay. Okay, here we go for 8 points. No, I'm sorry, for 6
6.
points. My 6, right? My mistake. Red Lambrusco was cultivated by these Roman precursors and Jeopardy favorites. Art.
The Etruscans.
Yes, those darn Etruscans. Correct for 6 points. For 8 points. Bordeaux grapes add body and softness to blended reds. Actress Oberon might have liked them a lot. Bordeaux grapes add body and softness to blended reds. Actress Oberon might have liked these a lot. Time. Actress Oberon, her first name was Merle, and Merlot grapes is what we were looking for, Merlot. Finally, for 10 points in red wine, many fine Cabernets come from this country's Atacama region. Jack?
What is Chile?
Chile is correct for 10 points, narrowing the gap, 64-54. Our next category is Phoenicia Fun. Phoenicia Fun. Okay, here we go. Great sailors, the Phoenicians were the first to use this directional star as a navigational guide. Art.
The North Star.
That's right, for 2 points. The North Star. Phoenicia Fun for 4. The people of Tyre were known for the expensive dye of this color that was obtained from the murex snail. Matt?
Purple?
Purple is right. Imperial purple for 4 points. For 6 points. The Phoenicians celebrated this on the autumnal equinox. We celebrated about 100 days later. The Phoenicians celebrated this. Ethan?
The New Year.
New Year is correct. Triple stumper on the show. That's right, for 6 points. For 8 points, Phoenicia fun. Until the 500s AD, Africans near Carthage spoke this Phoenician dialect, also the name of 3 wars. Until the 500s, Dom.
Punic.
Say again?
Punic.
Punic is right. Yes, Punic was the dialect for 8 points. Nicely done. For 10 points in Phoenicia fun. Generally speaking, Phoenicia was bounded on the north by the Eleutherus River and on the south by this mountain in present-day Haifa in Israel. Generally speaking, Phoenicia was bounded on the north by the Eleutherus River and on the south by this mountain in present-day Haifa in Israel. Time, it is Mount Carmel, Mount Carmel. Okay, that was a triple stumper on the show. Our next category has a little wordplay. Flowery language, flowery language. Here we go, teams. It's 80 to 58 favor of the blue team, but the red team has enough points to catch up. Flowery language for 2. A periodical publication such as a yearbook. A periodical art,
Annual.
that's the flowery language, annual for 2 points. Flowery language for 4. To grow with vigor or Joyce's Molly. To grow with vigor or Joyce's Molly. Art?
Bloom.
Bloom is right, Molly Bloom. You are out of the category for the next 3. Flowery language for 6 points. To restrain, in quotes, the tide. To restrain the tide. Time. Sorry, Ethan, too late. The flowery word is stem, to stem the tide. That's what we were looking for 8 points. Flowery language. In an incandescent light bulb, it's usually made of tungsten. In an incandescent Dom,
Filament.
the filament is correct for 8 points. For 10 points, this term for a wreath also refers to a short collection of poems. This term for a wreath also refers to a short collection of poems. Time. It also refers to Liza Minnelli's mother. A garland of poems. Okay. Next category, play them off. Play them off. Play them off for 2. He roared back from 4 strokes down and beat Chris DeMarco in a 1-hole playoff to win the 2005 Masters. He roared back from 4 strokes down. Craig?
Tiger Woods.
Yes, he did. That's 2 points for Tiger Woods. Well done. For 4 points. If 2 NFL teams tie for a postseason spot, they no longer play for it. If all their stats are dead even, they do this. If 2 NFL teams tie for a postseason spot, they no longer play for it. If all their stats are dead even, they do this. Art.
Flip a coin.
They flip a coin is correct. Triple stumper on the show. They flip a coin. Play them off for 6. Thanks to Bobby Thompson's home run, this team won the pennant, downing the Dodgers. Art.
The Giants. New York Giants.
The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. That's right. And you're out of the category. For 8 points. His 1998 game winner over Brian Russell was named the NBA's Jack.
Who's Michael Jordan?
Triple stumper on the show. The NBA's top playoff moment, though Utah fans still say it was a foul. Okay, and what do you know? We end the category with a surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitution, la 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 la. Okay. The substitution category is helicopters. Helicopters. 2-word call sign of the presidential helicopter operated by a different, Ethan?
Marine 1.
Marine 1, different service than the presidential jet. Okay, our last category, keyboard cats. Keyboard cats. For 2 points. At the age of 5, he performed at the Bavarian court alongside his sister Maria Anna. Jack?
Who is Mozart?
Mozart is right for 2. Keyboard cats for 4. In 1937, this keyboard noble wrote and recorded what became his band's theme song, 1 O'Clock Jump. In 1937, this keyboard noble wrote and recorded what became his band's, Matt?
Duke Ellington.
No, it's not Duke Ellington. It's a break for the blue team. I'll say it once more. You can consult. In 1937, this keyboard noble wrote and recorded what became his band's theme song, 1 O'Clock Jump.
So I was between Duke and Count Basie, and he kind of took care of Duke. So should we go with Count Basie? Yeah. Count Basie, final answer.
It is Count Basie. Yes, Count Basie. I forget what the Duke Ellington. I think Take the A Train was Duke Ellington's. Okay, but a good guess. 6 points. At the 2012 Grammys, the Beach Boys feted their 50th anniversary with this songwriting sibling at piano. At the 2012 Grammys, the Beach Boys, Ethan.
Brian Wilson.
Brian Wilson was the pianist, correct. 8 points. In 1957, he added a vocal group, the Raylettes, to his concerts and recordings. Art.
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles is right for 8 points. And finally, for 10 points, in 1986, this piano virtuoso finally returned home to the USSR after 60 years for recitals in Moscow and Leningrad. In 1986, this piano virtuoso finally returned home to the USSR after 60 years for recitals in Moscow and Leningrad. Time. Anybody for giggles? No? The piano virtuoso was Vladimir Horowitz. Vladimir Horowitz. A decisive victory by the blue team, knowledge admissions 132-66. A good match, though, I think, guys. Yes?
Yeah, nicely done, guys.
Good work, everybody.
Good
Very
job.
well. Okay. We have a makeup match tomorrow afternoon. I hope you'll join us as observers. If not, have a great weekend, teams, and we'll see you again.
Thanks for hosting, Rob.